Hey friends, I'm today talking about how it would take 2 hours to get my son to go to sleep, and he would constantly be popping out of his room till I was so frustrated that the next day I was still not really liking my son and not enjoying his company. So I'm going to be giving you 6 steps today that will help you get out of this what seems a never-ending nightmare and get your little ones to stay in their room and go to sleep. And if you stay till the end, the last tip I feel is the easiest and the most effective and worked immediately. To start off, my name is Sandy-Kaye and I'm a mom to 3 little kids. Trenner, who is 3, Jordy Ray, who's 1.5, and Jessa, who just turned 3 months old. And I love sharing motherhood content here on my channel. I love it if you subscribe, if you enjoy my content. And let's dive right in. Step number 1 is to have a consistent sleep routine. With my kids, we like to get them up into a bath first and then brush their teeth while they're in the bath, do PJs after that, a bedtime story, and then last up we do snuggle time and then get them into bed. You'll want to start this bedtime routine about 45 minutes to an hour by the time you're wanting them to be in bed. So we start around 6:30 to 6:45 to have my daughter in her crib by 7:30, and then my son in bed by 7:45, and then the next little baby bundle is being put in bed by 8. So if you have more kids, it could take a little bit longer. Step number 2 is you want to make a bedtime routine fun. You got to add some of the fun back, because if you've been battling like me for a whole month where he's popping in and you're putting him back in his room and you're just kind of sick of him at that point, just like go to bed, like wanting to pull out your hair, then you really got to bring the fun back into it. So I recommend some fun toothpaste or bubble bath or body wash for the bath time, or maybe getting a new book, or even doing a simple little bedtime sticker chart. I mean, kids just love stickers. Step number 3 is you're going to want to have some one-on-one time with every single kid each day. If you only have one kid, it's going to be quite easy because you're literally giving him one-on-one time every day. But for my son, he was my firstborn, so he's 3 years old. If I'm not giving him enough one-on-one time, then I notice he likes to stall bedtime as he's trying to make up for that lost time with mom, trying to really get my attention. And in general, your child's going to feel more secure in their relationship with you, and so they'll feel safer sleeping in their own room and okay to go the night without you. Step number 4, this may seem like a more intuitive or obvious one, but you're going to want to have them running around using their energy during the day so they're actually tired during the night. If they're sitting on the couch watching TV all day, and also TV before bed isn't great, let's be honest, so after dinner time you'll want to turn off all screens as well. But if you're having them active and running around, they're going to be more physically tired and going to want to go to bed. If you notice before bedtime that they're still pretty hyped and full of energy, then you can have all their wiggles getting out by doing a 5 to 10 minute dance party, turning on some fun music. Step number 5 is going to be to adjust their nap time. If you've done all the steps that I've given you before, step number 5, and they're still having a hard time being tired at night and going to bed, it might be because their nap is too long, because it's going too far in the day. If they're waking around 3-4 p.m., they could just not have had enough wake hours until bedtime to be tired enough. I mean, and that's up to you if you want to also further their bedtime later. I mean, me, honestly, I'm ready to go to bed when they are, so that's non-negotiable for me. And then the last option is that you could just cut their nap out altogether. This can take some play. It can take a while before you can really figure out what your child needs, if they really do need the nap, if they're just so ornery, but maybe you're making it only an hour instead of 2 hours. Play around with it and see what works for your child. I do want to add that you can still have quiet time if you are losing your mind, just need that time, or you just like alone time every day. I know I sure do. So even if my kid's not going to take a nap, I tell him it is quiet time, you can take a nap or you can play with your toys quietly in your room. And if I have a sound machine on, I have his room kind of darkened with the shades on his blinds, then 90% of the time he's gonna take a nap anyway. My last and final 6th step is to put a lock on the door. And I know some parents might disagree with me here, like locking your kid in a room, but just hear me out. So what I do is I put a child-proof handle lock on the inside of my son's door, And if you have a very active son or daughter, then it's going to be helpful for them to not keep on popping out because they physically can't. So instead of trying, they'll just lay in their bed and eventually fall asleep. And in my experience, the first night worked like a charm, and then the second, third night, maybe a little bit more resistance, maybe a little bit of crying, and he could hear me outside reading a book. I flipped a page too loud. He's like, I can hear you, Mom. I recommend once you put him in bed to take yourself away from the door so they can't hear you, so it's not a distraction to them and they can go to sleep. I'm willing to bet that it will not be many tears before they'll just go to sleep for you. I'd love to hear if these 6 steps have helped you guys out, so do comment down below and let me know how it worked out for you guys, or if you're still struggling, other struggles you have that I may be able to help you out with. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye! Are you farting more? You little bean! Are you farting?